for you?
Well, actually, you know, casting is a very not very well understood part of filmmaking, and it's a huge part of being a director. And some directors are not very good at casting, and it really affects their movies. But it's never simple, and it involves passports and co-production deals, and there's sometimes countries that you can't work with, like the United States, because it's a Canada-UE co-production and so on. So it's all very, very tricky. But at one point, I had approached Natalie Portman to play the role of Caprice, the role that Leia plays. That would have been a very different movie, obviously. I had cast Vigo, and I had cast Leia in the Kristen Stewart role. And at a certain point, Natalie moved her family to Australia and said if I shot the movie in Australia, she would still do the movie. And that was not really possible. So basically she was bailing, but in a sort of kind of interesting way. And so when Leia heard that I didn't have a Caprice, she said, you know, David, I really think that role is the role that I should play. And I immediately realized she was totally right. And so it's interesting. I mean, one of the mantras that I have in filmmaking that stops you from going crazy is sometimes the right people say no. And you suddenly realize that, let's say the actor or actress that you had pinned the movie on was actually not the right person. And somehow you end up with the right person.
So, sorry, I didn't really have an introduction to this video. Construction is still going strong, unfortunately. So, yeah. But as you can see by the title, and as you can tell by like the footage, I finally went and watched Crimes of the Future. And just a side note, I'm sorry if you hear any noises. There's a party outside. I'm gonna try and like record the audio in my phone. Let's see if it works. If the camera audio isn't good enough, I'll use my phone. But yeah, I finally went and watched Crimes of the Future after like it's been months since it's been out in the US, and this was kind of special because David Cronenberg was there, as you could see in the footage. I did try to meet him, but it was kind of difficult. But still, I really enjoyed his conversation, and he answered some questions from the audience, so that was nice. But let's get to the review. And I was a bit underwhelmed. I knew people were kind of love or hate it, like people either love the film or don't really like it, and somehow I'm kind of in the middle. I didn't exactly think of my score just yet. I guess I'm gonna have to give you one in just a few minutes, but overall I was a bit underwhelmed. I did like the concept, but I think the film is like 10 to 15 minutes too long. There's like, towards the end you already know what's happening, and like the final reveal, it's not really surprising. The effects, I kind of wanted them to be more practical, because I'm pretty sure some of the cuts, trying not to spoil anything, even though it's been so long since this film was released in the US, so either way, I'm gonna try and avoid spoilers just in case, but the cuts look CGI to me. All of the other like organs and stuff looked practical, true, but some of it looked CGI, and yeah, I don't know. Also, I wanted a bit more like gore, or at least more body horror, like the body horror that we saw. It's basically just surgeries, and it's pretty tame in my opinion. There's actually not a lot of blood in the film, which is surprising. But I did like the aesthetics, the acting was nice. I wasn't really expecting it to be bad. And yeah, the score, nice as well. But yeah, I just was expecting a bit more. So I guess that's pretty much it. I don't want this video to be too long, and I actually don't really have a lot to say about the film. It had like a nice, like interesting message. Like this might be a bit spoilery, so just skip like a couple of minutes to my score if you don't want to know anything. But like the message or the stuff about the body evolving, and just like people not wanting to like keep up with the technology, and just seeing that like the people that are different, like wanting to get rid of them, like people are afraid of change, which I can totally relate. But in this case, like human evolution, yeah, it's something that could possibly happen, and I can see some people not really liking it. And yeah, I like that aspect, but I don't really have anything more to comment on. So let's get to my scores, and I think overall I'm gonna give it like a 3.5. It has great ideas and it's well made, but I wanted a bit more. I could possibly go down to a 3, but right now I think I'm gonna give it a 3.5. It feels right. Cinematography, I think I give it a 3.5 as well. It's fine. And originality, I think I'm gonna give it maybe a 4. I would give it a 4. Yes, I think there's interesting concepts that we haven't seen before, and yeah, it has like an interesting message. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, I hope you like this like little vlog. I'm sorry about the sound or anything, and yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!